tulipitia mengi, lakini Bwana ulikuwa upande wetu. Kitambo tulipitia mengi, lakini Bwana ulikuwa upande wetu.
Asante, kweli When people come to the United States, it's hard for them to know what is within their reach, what opportunities may exist, what career fields there are, what qualifications have to be met to achieve that. When a lot of us think about what a newcomers need, we go to housing and clothes and, of course, transportation, job, healthcare, and all of that's very important. But we often don't think about the isolation. And it's huge. And when they are a part of a community that's connecting other community members, it really brings a sense of belonging and welcoming. And so that is why it's important to me to connect them with people that work in those areas that they're interested in to start those conversations.
Working at JVS provides me the space and opportunity to implement my passion to advocate and facilitate the integration of the youth refugee in Kansas City community.
Our family moved from Congo to Tanzania because of war.
Yeah, people kill each other every day. Then we run to look for a safe place. Then, by the grace of the God, United States took us as a refugee from Malawian country to United States.
Every refugee, when they come here, they feel a little bit isolated or something else like that. But when you have someone that helps you, they understand what your feeling is.
When I get in USA, I had a lot of questions. How is the school here? How do people learn? What do you do after school?
Then mentor program is a program that helped me to enter into school easily, and continues my education.
Yeah, I think a mentor program, I can say, is an organization which really focuses on advising the youth and giving them guide based on what they want to be in their life. Yeah, even based on their situation, what are they interested in, what are their challenges they are facing, how can they be solved.
I need someone who's guiding me and familiarize me with all of this stuff around me. And that's why I choose to be in the mentor program.
There's that saying, you don't know what you don't know, and it's really true. I look back on my experience, and I am incredibly grateful for the mentors I had at the time. I remember saying to them, I don't know how to thank you. And they're like, you don't have to thank us, pay it forward. I've had 5 mentees, 2 from Burundi, 2 from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and my current mentees from South Sudan. They've all have different hopes and dreams.
I want to be a surgeon, another surgeon, so that's why I choose to EMT, and that's first step to go on that path.
My dream was to at least to become a pilot.
I chose the Youth Mentor Program to share and engage my knowledge, skills, and experience with my mentees to help them to progress and find their path.
My mentor is a nurse, and I do like medical field. I do like that medical field, so that's why he helped me a lot with my school stuff. And also, we always hanging out in the coffee shop or something, and that's exactly showing me how life in the United States goes.
I think it's the responsibility of all of us to welcome the newcomer in our city, to welcome the stranger, and to love our neighbor. Serving at JVS is a transformative experience for everyone that's involved, not just the people that are being received and welcomed, but those doing the welcoming too.
The relationship I built with the youth has never been only one way. They are comfortable sharing their thoughts, fears, and goals. There's always a room for a feedback and learning from each other. I feel honored to be part of their success story. I am so grateful to be part of the youth team at JVS, where we aren't afraid to dream big and work hard.
Yeah, I'm interested in medical field. Yeah, I want to be a dentist. I just want everyone just to be smiling.
Well, hello. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Thank you so much for the Salvation Choir for sharing their musical talents and joy this evening. It's wonderful to welcome you to our first Global Table, and I think it's been 4 years since we've been together. So this is a spectacular show out, and thank you all for coming. It's wonderful to see so many people here tonight. My name is Martha Baird, and I have the honor of serving as the president of Jewish Vocational Service, the board of directors. And tonight we celebrate the skills and gifts that refugees and immigrants bring to Kansas City, and also we celebrate the community that welcomes them so warmly, which are mostly you all, for being here tonight. I'd like to take a moment to thank a few of this year's Global Table sponsors. You've seen their names throughout the evening on screen and in your program booklet. I'm thankful for the lead and host sponsors. We have an anonymous donor. We also have the Resurrection and United Methodist Congregation, the Brad and Linda Finkel Foundation, Cliff and Paula Cohen, Prior Products and Poskin family, thank you, as well as all of our other event sponsors and in-kind persons. I'm also very honored to welcome our special guests tonight, including the elected officials of our community who are with us this evening. The Kansas City Missouri Mayor, Quentin Lucas is with us this evening. Jenna Brofsky, the Fairway City Council. Representatives from the Kansas City, Missouri Public Schools. We have Monica Curls, Kansas City, Missouri Public Schools board member. Dr. Jennifer Collier, the superintendent. Dr. Daryl Davis, deputy superintendent. And Shanisa Holliday Scott, chief of staff. Tonight's festivities are made possible thanks to the tireless effort of this year's Global Table Committee. The committee members, would you please rise so that we can recognize and thank you for all of your hard work. Please join me in thanking these committed community members. It really does take a village to get something like this off the ground. Leading this year's committee was Brad Finkel and Julie Doan. Brad and Julie bring a cumulative 12 years of service and dedication to JVS. So special thanks to Brad and Julie. Thank you so much. And I believe we just showed the video, so I'm going to welcome Brad and Julie up to the stage. The video wasn't working, or is the video still going on? Hillary, where are you? She told me to wait. No, you're coming up? Okay, good. We've got the video working, so they're next in line. So. Those are kind of loud stairs, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Oh, I am first. Good evening. Thank you, Martha. And Julie and I are honored to serve as this year's Global Table Committee co-chairs.
Yes, we are. Good morning, or good morning. Good evening. I know you can do better. I think 3 people said good evening. Good evening. Wasn't that choir great? Yes. And so was the video once we got the kinks worked out. This evening would not be possible without the generous support of many people, those of you in this room. We're incredibly grateful for the individuals, foundations, organizations, and companies that have championed JVS's efforts to empower, encourage, and engage our newest neighbors.
And tonight is a celebration of the gifts, the talents that the refugees and immigrants bring to Kansas City. To provide unique perspectives, we are honored to be joined by several community partners who will share a bit about their work and how their partnerships with JVS have advanced their missions.
JVS empowers the individuals and families. I have readers, but I refuse to use them. I'm in denial that I need them. JVS empowers the individuals and families we welcome to become thriving members of the community. Refugee resettlement work is dependent on strong community partners. One of those essential partners is Flourish Furniture Bank. We are delighted to welcome Amy Cox, Interim Executive Director of Flourish Furnishing Bank.
Well, thank you. Table 14, my table tonight, told me to be funny. So the funny part's going to come later when I fall down the steps going back to the table, so everybody wait for that, okay? Thank you for the invitation for Flourish Furniture Bank to be a part of this incredible celebration of your work in the community. My name is Amy Cox, and I am the Interim Executive Director at Flourish. Flourish Furniture Bank provides an entire home of furniture and household goods, everything used to create a home, to individuals who have been previously unhoused. Individuals come to us from a variety of backgrounds and past experiences, including domestic violence, poverty, incarceration, mental health crisis, and as refugees who have had to flee with virtually no possessions. Last year, we provided furniture and furnishings to 881 families, and this year, thank you. This year, we're currently on target to serve more than 1,100 families in the Kansas City community. We're able to accomplish this through strong partnerships like our relationship with JVS. Flourish currently works with nearly 70 social service agencies throughout Kansas City, and our partnerships in the community are the bedrock of our services, getting individuals to us and then wrapping services around them to ensure success. As you can see here tonight, JVS excels in recognizing all the services and supports that are needed to create a path to a bright future. Flourish and JVS share the value that all people have intrinsic value and worth. JVS's commitment to providing safety and opportunities for our newest neighbors in Kansas City walks right alongside our mission to provide everyone with a dignified home that supports family and community development. Furniture and community inclusion are not often mentioned together, but let me tell you why furniture and furnishings are so important to families that are resettling in Kansas City. A furnished living room allows a family a place to welcome visitors, a place where they can build friendships and extend hospitality of their own, a place where family can become an established part of their new community. A dining table is a place where they can share hospitality of a meal and even part of their culture. JVS and Flourish also operate from the same understanding of what hospitality should look like, and it is deeply embedded in the culture of both of our agencies. Every guest at Flourish is paired with a host that walks through the process of choosing furnishings for their family and their home. Our hosts are trained in trauma-informed care and providing the dignity of choice. There are lots of little touches that go into the process, providing families with all the things they need in a 45-minute shopping experience. Let me tell you about one of those little touches. While there are many opportunities for volunteerism at Flourish, from sewing to vacuuming couches, and from repurposing furniture in our wood shop to packing moving trucks with selected items, there's one especially valuable team, and that's our dish packers. You see, we receive donations of new and used items from lots of sources: individual families, companies, and community drives. Our dish packing area is a room filled with piles of dishes, some that come as sets, but most of them not. Our dish pack team creates dish sets based on family size that include serving pieces, silverware, a place setting for each member of the family, a placemat, and a napkin made by our sewing team. They lay it all out and they photograph it, and then they package it up in a box and they put the picture on the outside. When a guest arrives, the shelf containing these dishes is their first stop. The rack of boxed dishes sets the tone for the rest of their visit. It tells them 3 things. The first thing is we recognize the trauma that they've been through before reaching us. We're going to make it as easy as possible. The second is families receiving our services have a choice. We don't hand them a box of dishes and say, these are your dishes to take home. They get to choose a set for their own family. And third, that the process will be dignified. The dish sets are beautiful and inspire pride in setting their table for their family and others. By setting the tone at their first stop, we allow our guests to relax a bit and dare to dream what a fully furnished and functional home will mean for them and for their family. It's our honor to be a partner with JVS and to provide welcome, hospitality, and dignity to all of our neighbors. Thank you for your partnership, and thank you for inviting us tonight.
That's a tough act to follow. Wow. The JVS engages individuals in activities that promote healthy bodies, minds, and relationships. This work includes helping students pursue and navigate their educational goals. Metropolitan Community College's Penn Valley campus has been a vital partner in that work, and we're honored to welcome Becca Stowe, Financial Aid Manager at MCC Penn Valley.
Good evening. Thank you, Brad, for the kind introduction. And thank you to each of you for opening your hearts tonight as we share a spotlight on the great work of the JVS team throughout our community. I have the distinct honor this evening to continue highlighting and celebrating the transformational work of the Youth Mentorship Program, and more specifically, and I think she ran away. Oh, there she is, Ayan Ali.
Let's have her stand up. Go, come on, Ayan, you can do it.
Ayan, please.
Stand up. Come on, we want you to stand. There she is.
As we were gathering and celebrating tonight, I can't count the number of times that I heard somebody else say, oh, I have to go see Ayan, I have to say hello. And Ayan is one of the most humble individuals that I have ever met in my life. So it's an honor tonight to celebrate her and the work that she is doing for our young people in our community. As Youth Mentorship Coordinator, she has worked diligently to create a tapestry of partner organizations committed to lifting up the young people and families here in our Kansas City immigrant community. I and my teammates on the enrollment and financial aid team at MCC Penn Valley have come to know Ayan through our shared passion for helping young people in our community flourish after they graduate from high school. We're going to be celebrating in a little bit our East High School graduates tonight, and I am so elated. Congratulations to all of you. In her role on JVS's health and wellness team, Ayan works directly with immigrant youth between the ages of 16 and 24, a vital time in the life of young people. She encourages them to consider their options to advance their education through English language proficiency, career and technical education, and other post-secondary opportunities. Many immigrant students in the United States regularly face common roadblocks while navigating the U.S. educational system. These range from additional steps to receive credit for education that they earned in their home country, to navigating the federal student aid system and beyond. How many of you have navigated the FAFSA or the financial aid process for yourself, a child, or another loved one? Please raise your hands and take a look around. There's many hands raised. Now leave your hands up, but put it down put your hand down if you experienced a streamlined process. You didn't need to ask any questions, provide any additional information, or submit any extra paperwork. I want the record to reflect my hand should be up too. I want the record to reflect that I and the hands of every single member of my team is still raised in the air because we have experienced the complications ourselves and while helping our students navigate the process. Many of us know this from personal experience. The financial aid process is often complex and lengthy. It can feel infinitely more cumbersome if any of the following scenarios apply to you. English is not your primary language. You or your family recently immigrated to the United States. You earned your secondary education in another country. You earned post-secondary credit in another country. Or your parents or spouse or you earned income in another country in the last 2 or 3 years. Each of these additional factors adds time and paperwork to the process. It can add up to delays in enrollment, frustration, and often discouragement. For her clients, Ayan has stepped in and provided hope, and she is committed to creating a better experience for them. First and foremost, Ayan shows up. She often sets up shop on Thursday mornings in the enrollment center in a booth that we affectionately call Ayan's office. She knows every client she serves, what their goals are, what their needs are, and where they are at in the enrollment and financial aid process. She's also taken the time to learn about the common challenges that her clients encounter and has learned how some challenges are more common for students whose home country might be a specific country. They often share similarities. When a client faces a roadblock, Ayan doubles down on hope. And she's prepared with alternate pathways so that they can continue to be engaged with their educational goals. In addition to being a consistent source of support and encouragement, Ayan has also taken the time to ask questions, to gain a better understanding of policy and of process, and to advocate for her clients. She has shared valued perspectives and feedback with our team that has informed adjustments to streamline our campus processes, create a more welcoming environment for her clients, and has resulted in many of us joining her efforts to advocate to both internal and external stakeholders on behalf of her clients and all immigrant students. Now, some of you may be wondering why an education partner is highlighting the work of JVS's health and wellness team, and why Ayan has chosen to center her efforts on access to quality education opportunities. Language and literacy skills and educational opportunities are one of the primary social determinants of health, the non-medical factors that influence both short-term and long-term health outcomes. As we prioritize breaking down barriers to access to quality education, we improve overall health, and by engaging key community organizations, including the Educational Opportunity Center, the Kansas City Public School District, Literacy KC, MCC Penn Valley, and several others, Ayan has created a rich tapestry of educational partners committed to helping our immigrant neighbors thrive. So please join me once again in honoring Ayan and celebrating the exceptional work of the JVS Health and Wellness team.
Stand by, there's a lot of blank pages. It's my privilege to now introduce you to Abir Riemann from JVS.
Good evening. My name is Abir Riemann, and I am the volunteer coordinator at JVS. As a former client whose family benefited from the work of JVS, I am especially mindful of the impact that the volunteers have on our community and the families we serve. Tonight, JVS honors the recipient of our first Volunteer of the Year award, Lisa and Aaron, held. If you have been to JVS, you have no doubt seen our clothing closet. The clothing closet is a dignified space for individuals and families to take home unlimited quantities of the like new clothing. It offers our clients a safe, clean, and free way to collect much needed clothing and shoes. And if you have seen Aaron and Lisa in action, you have probably seen them loading numerous of bags into their car, while most folks bringing a large amounts of clothing to donate. The health end up taking most of it to their home, launder, repair, or iron it to ensure that our racks are full of the highest quality of clothes and shoes. As Lisa is fond of saying, every time I see Lisa and said, look, Lisa, there is a lot of donation coming back again. We just finished it. We just organized everything. She'll say, yes, but that's a good problem we have. She's always positive. Make me feel like, oh, okay, that's good. I was like, feel a little bit frustrated, like, oh my God, so we just finished now. And then a lot of donation coming. Lisa always look at me, that's a good problem. Lisa and Aaron have been volunteering at JVS since January 2022. Since that time, together, they have donated more than, this is only the recorded hours, 866 hours of their time. But which according to the independent sectors, our hourly rate of volunteer time is equivalent to monetary donation of $27,539. So I am saying only the time that they working at JVS. I'm not counting the time that they do it at their home, when they do laundry, when they washing and iron and everything. JVS is better because of Lisa and Aaron, and it is an honor to recognize them for their tireless work. Thank you, Lisa and Aaron, for the ripples of kindness and dignity you make. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to support us at Global Table. My name is Megan Fanning, and I am the manager of the JVS Youth Program. I'm grateful tonight to be joined by my team at JVS alongside our dear colleagues and friends at Kansas City Public Schools to honor a group of exceptional students. JVS team, you guys heard about Ayan at length. Talia, Afsana, and Ayan. Your passion and desire to bring the absolute best of you to work each day and put it all on the line for what you believe in and the love that we have for our kids makes all of this work possible. We're stronger together, and I am grateful for you each day. Tonight, we're in the presence of 15 groundbreaking, ceiling-shattering, hard-working, deeply good high school seniors who will be graduating later this month, who we have right here in our two middle tables. Students, Daisy, Yasmin, Bahishta, Marwa, Miriam, Jalwa, Sanua, Nayagai, Nalita, Vanase, Fabrice, Confiance, Rubino, Casakile, Sheila. You know that we see you, and you know that we love you. Your hard work and dedication to your education and to the betterment of yourselves and your families, even during and after very difficult times, inspires all of us. Dr. Suad Kabir writes, "You don't need to be the voice for the voiceless, just pass the mic." I only have the mic tonight because of some silly title of youth program manager. Students, the truth is your voice is the most important voice in the room. There is no global table without you. There is no JVS without you. There is no future without you. We look to you to carry us forward to create the world that we have in our hearts and we have seen in our dreams, where kids come to the United States and can be educated and thrive and are free to achieve and become who they want to be and who the world needs them to be. My favorite poet, Brian Andreas, says, "There is a way upward to the world that we have seen in our dreams, but these stairs won't build themselves." Thank you all for coming and for supporting our beloved students, for your desire to reach outside of your own life and to positively impact the life of another, for your willingness to help build the stairs to the world that our future generations deserve. We could not do the work that we're honored to do every day without you all. Thank you, and most importantly, congrats to our 2023 graduates.
Good evening. My name is Lauren Weinhold, and I'm the Chief External Affairs Officer at JVS. You've heard some stories from inspirational people so far this evening, and it is my honor to get to introduce you to a few more. Bill and Lynn Intrater have supported JVS since 1997 as donors, volunteers, and including Bill's service on our board of directors. In 2022, Bill and Lynn, along with several anonymous donors, became inspired to establish the Intrater Family Scholarship Fund to support the educational pursuits of JVS employees in the hope of addressing obstacles that the staff may face. Bill and Lynn were driven to make a difference in the lives of JVS employees, knowing that ripples of these funds are long-lasting. A staff that feels engaged, encouraged, and empowered will be inspired to enhance the community in meaningful ways. The Intrater Family Scholarship Fund provides educational and professional development opportunities to JVS employees who wish to obtain continuing education, certifications, or degrees in areas of interest that will advance their career goals. Since its inception, the fund has awarded 4 educational grants to employees, some of whom are here this evening. Current JVS staff Sarah Patia and Omar Idris are 2 of those recipients. Omar and Sarah, would you rise so that we can recognize you? Thank you, and it is my honor to introduce Bill and Lynn Intrater to say a few words.
Thank you, Lauren, and thank you all for being here at our Global Table event. I can't stress enough how meaningful it is to the JVS leadership, our team, staff, board of directors, volunteers, and most importantly, the community that we serve, that you're here supporting our efforts. JVS has worked for almost 75 years to help people from around the world find a new home here, a better life in Kansas City, and to help them become sufficient, self-sufficient, and inspirational members of our community. As Lauren mentioned, our mission has always been to remove obstacles for our clients so that they can achieve their own personal goals. But we know that the key to our success as an agency is our staff and their skillful delivery of service to our clients. The Intrater Family Scholarship was established to provide educational opportunities for our staff to enhance their skill sets in a less stressful way. Lynn and I are committed to helping remove some of those obstacles our team members face when making those decisions. Our family is very proud of JVS and the impact we have on the communities that we serve. With the help of a few other gracious Family Foundation partners who have helped fund these scholarships with us, we've started the ball rolling in our efforts to become even more proficient at what we do. If you or anybody you know would be interested in participating at any level, our family would be extremely grateful for your commitment, and Lauren and I would be very happy to provide additional information. Thank you very much, and once again, thank you all for being here tonight.
When I was a little boy, like if you see my mom is coming when she's crying, we girl notice that today we're not gonna eat. It's a question, like how do I provide food for my family? My name is Fabrice. Like I'm from Congo, and I started to drawing at the age of 4, but I started to paint at the age of 16. Like the reason that made me to be painting is because my family didn't have enough money to support the family. Then I used to work hallway painting in order to provide good for my family. This is my friend, and I made this piece like this guy wanted to become an architect, so because of lack of financial support, so he wasn't able to get that help. So I made this piece to show Americans maybe if they can be able to support him, they can support him. Because he wants to be an architect, but he don't have that enough money to go to university. JVS is the organization that helps refugees. So that one can help other refugees like me who are still new, who haven't get a job yet. So they can use that money to support themselves. This picture is the one that my teacher sent me. The title is A Day to Remember. It's like when you're friends and you haven't been together for a long time, that if you meet, you do take good pictures to show happiness. This one is showing there's no life without water. Nobody in this world can live without water. We can live without everything but except water. I like to focus in hyper-realistic art. I like to make my art look really. Art is a big challenges. You find some people telling you you're not gonna make anything in art, but they have to keep practicing. I want to create big, I don't want to create small things. I don't want to work on small things because I haven't done small things for a long time, so I want to push myself to be doing good, big things. JVS already helped me by the time I got here. They supported me with food, giving me where to live, but I couldn't know anything, and I couldn't know where to go, but they supported me. They gave me transportation, they gave me my caseworker to help me with all those tasks. Right now they help me, they bought me some art supplies, they're amazing art supplies. Then it's a lot of big art supplies, and that they're helping me to create my artwork well. Kwaheri.
What remarkable talent in an even more remarkable young man. Thank you, Fabrice, for sharing your gifts with us tonight. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about the opportunity to get to take home this tonight. So, it is still wet. It is that new that it is still wet. So if you are the winner of this piece tonight, we're going to connect you with Fabrice so that you can take it home when it dries. But let's get the bidding started. Who will start the bidding off at $300? One. Anybody else? $500, Jim, thank you. $1,000. $1,000. Who'll give me $1,100? My husband's about ready to raise his hand. Hang on. 1,100. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Who'll give me 12? Bill? Who'll give me 13? 13? 13. Thanks, Jim. Who'll give me 13.5? Who'll give me 13.50? She's got her hand up. Who'll give me 14? 14. $1,500. Who will give me $1,600? I skipped over that 50. We're just going to go straight to 1,600. We're not messing around. 1,600? Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. Fabrice, I'm happy to introduce you to the newest owner of your piece of art, of your artwork.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and share my artwork with you guys, and thank you so much for everyone to come here. Thank you.
It is my honor to bring Julie and Brad back up to the stage. Come on up, guys.
I think it's me. We hope you have been inspired by the stories you've heard and the people you've met. None of the successes you've witnessed tonight would be possible without the support of countless individuals, foundations, companies, and organizations.
This is my favorite part of the program because I'm going to ad-lib a little bit. Someone in this room told me I shouldn't be funny, but what the heck. My role tonight is to invite you to make a gift to JVS. It's easy. You just simply scan the barcode or the QR code. See, I'm old. On the back of your program, fill out one of the cards at the table, give it to a staff member when you leave, or visit jvskc.org/give. One thought here to go. No gift is too small nor too large. Enjoy.
If he's going to go off script, I will too. Now, Lauren's probably really getting nervous, but I feel like the staff at JVS, they're so authentic and incredibly dedicated, and they remind me of school teachers. They're all like MacGyvers, right? They can make a little go a long ways. So please do support the work. The ripple effect it's hard to even put in a program to share with you all. So thank you in advance for your generosity. Your gifts will ensure that the lives are forever changed by JVS. It's now our honor to welcome JVS's Executive Director, she's incredible, Hillary Cohen Singer, to the stage for some final reflections.
Hi, everybody. I am standing here looking out at this amazing crowd, and I am filled with gratitude for the time that you have chosen to spend with us this evening and the generosity that has flowed from you to support our work. Thank you so much, Brad and Julie, and the entire Global Table Committee for all that you've done to make tonight such a success. I want to thank our board of directors, led by our inspirational president, Martha Baird, for helping to guide JVS through exciting and tumultuous times. Our team at JVS is now 80 people strong, and many of them are here tonight, and I want to acknowledge the work that they do day in and day out to provide thoughtful, individualized, trauma-informed service to thousands of people. Their skill and expertise, their care and commitment is awe-inspiring. If you're on the JVS staff, could you please raise your hand so we can recognize you? do want to point out a couple of staff members who've made a difference in making tonight's event so compelling. You've already met Megan Fanning and Ayana Lee from our youth social work team, who have helped connect these incredible young people featured in our videos and who are sitting here with us tonight. And none of this would be possible without our development team, Shiloh Artis, Ellen Tanner, Chuck Sailors, and especially Lauren Weinhold, who joined the team with Global Table planning already underway and has worked tirelessly to pull together our first in-person event since 2019. Thank you, Lauren and team. There is so much about our work with refugees and immigrants to celebrate. As I hope you've seen tonight, our community is so much richer because of the people who have chosen Kansas City as their home, who bring their talents, who bring their energy to learn and grow and give back. And we are richer for providing opportunity for the hundreds of men and women who maybe won't have videos made about them and won't get written about in the newspaper, but who are going to work every day, sending their kids to school, and just living their lives in safety and security, free from fear. Don't we all, each and every one of us, deserve the right to live a life where our basic human rights are recognized? If you spend any time watching the news, you know that immigration is a hotly contested issue. Maybe always, but it seems like especially now. Every day, there are discussions of US immigration, and it's framed as chaos and crisis, right? We hear about waves of migrants and floods of people coming across the border, metaphors that bring to mind something that is uncontrollable, right? That might overtake us. And this is such dangerous rhetoric if what we're looking for are solutions that are effective and just and humane. To be clear, forced migration across the globe is at historically high levels, but the men, women, and children who come to us seeking refuge are not the problem. Over the past year, JVS has had a handful of people just show up at our building seeking support who have gotten to the United States by flying to Brazil and traveling by land to the US-Mexico border to seek asylum. That's 7,000 miles through 11 different countries. Can you imagine choosing to do that if that were not literally the only path that you could take to see your family live in safety? I've heard the argument of, why don't people stop and seek asylum in Venezuela or El Salvador or Mexico before they reach the United States? And I think there are a number of answers to that question. Some of these answers have more to do with the reality of what life looks like in Venezuela or El Salvador or Mexico. But the more compelling reasons for me are about the promise of the United States and the founding ethos of our country. Raise your hand and keep it raised if you came to the United States as an immigrant. If you are the child of immigrants. If some part of your identity is tied up in your family's immigration story. Right? That's most of us. That's who we are. I grew up hearing stories from my Zadie, my grandfather, how hard it was for his family who immigrated from what was then Russia and what's now Belarus and Ukraine. How his family was separated when his mom and siblings had to make the transatlantic journey without his father. How his father was only able to join them years later, only to tragically pass away before my grandfather was born. How his mother never learned English. How the family struggled to make ends meet. And I always got the sense that even in his old age, he never took for granted the fact that he made it. He was always seemed sort of awestruck that someone who came from such meager beginnings was able to earn a PhD, live a comfortable life, provide for his kids, and see them succeed. I think we have to believe that America still holds this promise for everyone, that freedom and prosperity are not zero-sum games, that there's enough, that we can make enough to go around. And that takes work, and there have to be rules and laws and security, but we are better when we are welcoming. And the people in this room, you, our supporters, our community partners, our staff members, are working to make Kansas City a more welcoming place. Helping us to, yes, thank you. Helping us to live up to our promise as a society, and who know from firsthand experience the beauty and richness that comes from having a diverse community and the fulfillment that comes from helping to work towards it. And we need you now more than ever. And there are so many ways to connect. You can volunteer, like Erin and Lisa do in our clothing closet, although you have a really high bar to live up to, and who are working to provide a dignified shopping experience for those who come to us with few material possessions. You can form an ambassador group, like our friends from Church of the Resurrection, who are about to pilot a new program pairing with a newly arrived family to walk alongside them and help ease their transition into our community. You can serve as a mentor to a young person seeking guidance as they craft their education and career path. You can answer the call when we send out advocacy alerts, sharing your passion and commitment to just and humane immigration policy. And you can do what you're doing tonight, showing up to learn more about our work and support it financially. And we are so grateful. The refugee program has been kind of slow to bounce back from policy changes and COVID precautions that reduced the number of new arrivals, but we are getting there. We are scheduled to welcome more than 70 new neighbors just in the month of May. This will be the busiest month that we've had in years for refugee arrivals. In all of 2020, we only welcomed 80 new refugees total. So these folks that you see over here, they're about to be very, very busy. But we are prepared to do this work, thanks to you and your support. We are so excited to get back to it, and we invite you to join us in this life-changing work. Thank you, and enjoy your evening.
Wasili za great.